On this lesson, we're going to create some other buildings that are going to be unique for our map illustration. So first thing we're going to do is go here to our rectangle tool and make a rectangle here. And you can fill it with whatever color you feel would work. I'm going to fill it with this kind of green color. And I'm going to place it right here. And just as we did with Empire State, we're going to give it some windows to this building. So I'm going to go here to my rectangle tool, and while I press Alt, I'm going to make a window around this size and fill it, maybe not with that one, but with one that is not as dark, this color. Then I'm going to, while pressing Alt and Shift, make a copy, then pressing Ctrl D to make, I think these are enough copies. I'm going to select all of them and group them, and then I'm going to select them, and while I press Alt and Shift, I'm going to create a copy and then press Ctrl D, Ctrl D, Ctrl D until I get to the top. And now you can see how I variously have what looks like a building, but it's kind of flat compared to the other ones. So we're going to change that by adding another building. So I'm going to click here and create another rectangle. And this one I'm going to, I think I'm going to go with white again, so it looks a little bit different. And I'm going to create a copy of this by dragging it and pressing Alt and Shift. Make sure that this white is going to be on the front, so I'm going to arrange bring to front and change the color to this light green for this one. Now what I'm going to do, and maybe to make this a little bit more obvious, I'm going to leave it in white because I think that's looking okay. So I'm going to go here to my rectangle tool, and for this one we're going to make windows that are going to be these little rectangles. Select this color, or maybe this one, so it's not that extreme, and make copies by, while dragging, you're going to press Alt and Shift, and now you press Ctrl D again until you get to the bottom. Now I'm going to select all of these and group them by pressing Ctrl G, and while I move them around, I'm going to press Alt and Shift to make a copy. I think that's okay. And I'm going to select this one, Ctrl X to cut them, select this green shape, go here to draw inside mode, and Ctrl Shift B to paste them. Double click outside, and actually when I click the when I made a double click, I went inside the other group, and I don't want that. So I think for now that's okay. I'm going to make another rectangle. This time it's going to be blue. And I want to make this one probably like this blue, or maybe one that's a little bit darker, like this one. And then I want to create another rectangle here on the top that is darker. Bring this one to front, arrange, bring to front, or Ctrl Shift, close bracket. Move it a little bit. Make sure that you align this. And really my advice is that if you align your objects, you're going to see how they look more professional. So I'm going to create other rectangles here, so they are like windows. Again, remember that when I drag, I pressed Alt and Shift to create a copy on the same axis, and then I press Ctrl D to create as many copies as I need. So I'm going to select them all, press G, and move them a little bit. And I think this is looking okay. I'm going to create another building, or probably it's going to be the copy of this one. So just select everything here and just make a copy by, again, while dragging, Alt and Shift. Make sure you bring this to the front. And for the case of this one, I'm going to actually need a little bit more of this, and maybe reduce the window so they don't get cropped. I'm going to go outside, and you can see how I have another building. And with my direct selection tool, by pressing A on my keyboard and go right there, I'm going to select this one and change the color to, I think probably this orange would work nice. And you can see that I have variations of these two buildings with just very simple clicks. And I'm going to do the same for this one. Again, remember that all the windows, when you select them, should be grouped. Ctrl G, and move this one here. Bring it to the front, arrange, bring to front, and select this one and move it a little bit. So now for this one, for this one that is here on the front, I'm going to select white again, because I think this is making a nice contrast. And I'm going to bring these two and go right click, arrange, bring to front. And now I have some buildings that are unique and that can represent all the buildings that are there on the skyline of New York. So I can select everything that I just created. Make sure that you are selecting everything. And make sure that you have grouped them by moving them all around. And you can see that now they are all moving together. So you can scale this a little bit, just so that you have something that is around here. And remember always to have in mind that if your roads are not working for you, as for example, I think they are not working for me at the moment because this road on the back is like kind of going through the buildings. So I can double click here to go inside my clipping mask, and then just move this one while pressing shift, of course, to move it on only one direction, and move your road probably around here, and maybe move the buildings a little bit here, or maybe even a little bit more. So with this, we have finished working on our buildings, and we're going to keep working on our illustration on the next lesson. And we're going to keep working on it on our next lesson.